very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Run Through, your favorite figure skating podcast where we talk about all the things that make us kiss, make us cry. I am Adam Rippon.
And I am Ashley Wagner. And joining us, as always, let's just give a warm welcome back to the pod.
Back to the
Not
pod.
Olympic champion, Sarah Hughes.
Sarah Hughes.
Hi, everyone. Still not an Olympic champion, still here.
Still working on it, though.
And still
No,
back to
not
the
really.
pod.
I've kind of given up on that dream. I hate to tell everyone.
Damn, you sound just like Emily Hughes, sister of Olympic champion Sarah Hughes.
Who's also given up on that dream?
Yeah, it must be a Hughes thing to give up.
Speaking on her behalf.
Oh yeah, well, because we saw her at nationals. Actually, this reminds me because we were last week we were in a blackout, right? It was a crazy week for all of us because Atari was innocent, according to Atari, and we had new Olympic gold medalists like Karen Chen.
Not
like
according
Vincent
to
Zhou.
Atari.
No, but according to the law. And
then we had silence, a week of silence and counting, according to Christine Brennan. Wait,
So
I'm
there's
sorry,
been a lot of
it is-
narratives.
Okay, it is crazy. Like, even if they don't figure out right away whether they're going to give Russia or Canada the bronze, it is wild to me that the ISU has not said anything since then.
No, they've said, sorry, bad connection. Like
They've
what?
said, here are your 4 continents champions on social media. Like, they're doing stuff,
Okay,
but they're
so-
not.
Christine Brennan reached out to the ISU as she's been doing for every hour on the hour for the past 7 days.
Yes, somebody has
and
to.
She did hear back from Dick Pound, who
That's
do
not a real person.
Yes,
That's not a real
It
person.
is a real person.
Wait, is this your first time hearing about Dick Pound? He's been in Olympic news for many years. He was like on the IOC.
Oh yeah, no,
board or
Dick
something.
Pound is like he's do not adjust the volume of this podcast because Dick Pound is it's a lot like being Dick Button except your last name is Pound but your first name is Dick. And you're on the ISU council.
No
Yeah,
idea.
it's a lot like being Dick Button.
Wow,
It
there
is.
was before learning about Dick Pound, and now there's after.
Before getting DP'd and after getting
Exactly. This is not suitable for a working environment. Hope you aren't listening.
No, I
at
hope your
work.
AirPods are in. But what Dick Pound said was obviously it's simple math that the ISU just needs to adjust. And the longer that it takes for them to fix this, the worse they look.
The
And
more
so-
complicated the math becomes.
No.
Right.
The
and
math becomes
seems-
actually simpler by the day. But
the more time we have between PR
Well,
announcements, the
what they're
simpler it
doing
sounds.
is coming up with complicated equations to figure out how Russia still ends up with a medal based on their math.
I don't
They're
know.
doing-
He's
they're
right that
doing
the ISU does
algebra.
look worse with every passing minute. Even I think it would literally look better for them to have replied immediately and been like, no, this is why we're giving Russia the bronze. Like, that would look better than this like prolonged silence.
It would.
It's so
But-
strange.
But you've had to wake up Dick Pound from Pound Town.
You gotta respect a man, a Richard, first of all. A Richard who says, nah, I'm Dick. And then when your last name is Pound, you don't go by Richard Pound. You say, this is opportunity.
Richard Pound sounds like a banker. He sounds like an investor, a lawyer.
You know the life
a
that
father.
Richard Pound is
Yeah, but
is
Dick
living,
Pound sounds like he works in Olympic sports.
Oh,
specifically. Oh, it's an Olympic sport, let me tell you.
well, takes one to know one. So
I'm happy I know about that now.
I'm shocked that you, like, obviously, because I'm a teenager. Not actually, I just look like one. Don't say anything. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, because as soon as I saw the name Dick Pound, I've never forgotten it, especially when I saw him talk, because he just looks like a normal guy.
So what's his role?
Is he still a member of the IOC? He definitely was for a long time, like a high-ranking official at the IOC. And
IOC.
I don't
okay.
know if he still is there or if he's now a former member and she just asked him for a comment. I can't remember. She identified him as an IOC member in her tweet. So
All right. And the Russians are going, overturn the court. And we're going, that's Canadian lawyer Dick W. Pound. I don't think so.
Scoundrels, all of them.
Scoundrels. Also scoundrels, because in the heat of the moment, we did not even go over the Nationals draft, which I know everyone was waiting with bated breath for the results of the Nationals draft.
I feel like you only bring up the draft when you win the draft. Did you win the draft?
No.
No.
I won the draft.
Oh, no. I actually...
Were you in last? Because I feel like I was second.
You were. I actually got sent all the way back to sectionals, and they and they're stripping my title because I did so poorly in the draft. So the draft results.
Wait, can I also just say that last week in Columbus, I had not realized or had forgotten that Johnny Weir had won a national title after qualifying through sectionals because he had, as he put it, ruined my life the season before. I did not realize that he did that.
When was this?
Well, so the year Johnny won nationals for the first time was 2005.
Okay.
And in 2004, Johnny was an up-and-coming junior, and he skated the short program, and he was, like, in a good place. I don't remember where exactly, but he was, like, in medal contention. And he was skating like around the corner into like the first jump, and his heel went right into the ice, and he like just fell and like hit the wall and just like fell. And I think he like twisted his ankle or something, but it doesn't look bad, but like you can tell that it's like one of those falls that doesn't look bad but might be bad. And so he gets up.
His foot is facing the other direction, and he's
Right.
like, well, the blade is a blade.
Right, and they're like, a foot's a foot.
Yeah.
It's still attached to your costume, so why don't you get up, you little bitch? And so he goes over to the referee, who lets him start over from the point that he like fell. And then he gets up, and then he goes around, and he like does a triple axel, and he like comes down very weird, like legs crossed, still on the ice, and gets up and has to like pull out. So it was like a completely bizarre first minute of his program where he ends up having to withdraw, which I guess would mean he had no placement at nationals, probably no international assignments, and then needed to like literally work his way back to being at nationals, to which he won the next year.
I would be so nervous if I had to qualify for nationals via the qualification system.
Via qualifying?
Via qualifying. I think the last time I was at sectionals was like 2000
Period.
6. I have so much respect for these competitors who make it all the way to nationals. That's so much work. It's so mentally difficult.
I'm trying to think. The last time I went to a sectionals was like, I think the last sectionals I went to was like in Alpharetta, Georgia. And I did that for Sarah.
Yeah, you were coming to find me.
Go Dogs.
I wasn't there.
No. and I was only physically there. So yeah, that was the last time I did sectionals, was in like 2006 for 2007
Yeah, I think that was my
nationals.
I think 5 or 6 was my last one.
Wow. I remember traveling to Florida for a regionals once, and it was the last time they were doing the 6.0 system, and I remember thinking to myself, because I'm truly unwell, okay, this is my last chance to maybe get a 6.0. Maybe they'll give me a 6.0
What level were you?
junior.
What level?
But I was thinking, like, listen, all right, you guys, it's the last time we're doing this. because they weren't even going to do it at nationals.
Gotta get a 6.
Like, yeah, I was like, there's got to be Kitty DeLeo, some judge on the panel who, Devaney Deck, maybe they just throw it a good 6.0.
Throw one my way.
Well, because it's the last time.
Just because they also want to give a final 6.0.
Right, and be like, I gave a 6.0 in my last event, which was the junior men's free skate at South
Regionals.
Atlantics. Yes.
I remember thinking, thank God they're getting rid of this system. I'm never going to make it.
Right, because you're like, I'll really benefit from the counting of points and leveled spins.
Oh, absolutely. I was like, they're going to stop caring about all my crossovers and just focus on the stuff that matters, the jumps. All my jumps were cheated and on 2 feet. Didn't benefit me at all.
Oh, Sarah, you really
Did you get a
should go
6.0?
Oh, no, I got the results, and it was like 4.7,
Yeah.
4.8, 5.1, like, which was like pretty normal for your like middle of the road junior skater
In Alpharetta, Georgia.
in Alpharetta, Georgia, in a group
Not
of
where they
2.
throw out a 6.0.
Well,
No,
that's disappointing. I was hoping that story had a happier ending.
no.
I guess
It
you being
didn't.
on this podcast telling that story is a happy ending.
This is the happy ending is that in just a short 20 years later, I would be on a podcast that I'm a host of. Period. And so good things do happen to good people. And good things do happen to middle of the road junior skaters. So I
Good
just want to
things-
throw that out.
Good things also happen to good skaters, specifically in Shanghai.
That's true.
That is what we are here to talk about
I thought you were
today.
going to say good things happen to bad people. Never mind.
Sometimes
Oh,
they
that's
do
true
too.
That's true too.
Well, speaking of bad people, Ashley and Sarah did beat me in the draft at nationals. So, moving on to 4 continents.
And when you say bad people, I know you aren't talking about us, your favorite people. You must mean your skaters who let you down.
That's exactly who I'm talking about, and I'm gonna
we
name
take
them
this
one by
personally.
fucking one. And I'm gonna send
had
a letter, a
you had
cease and desist to each one of them, starting with Brown and Shannon Howe and Martins and Bedard. Now, actually, they all did. I'm happy
Honestly,
with. I love
no,
my team.
if you have a grievance, it's with Chan and Howe.
Yeah, the
And
withdrawal
how
hurts.
could you not see them withdrawing? After
Yeah, I
the
got
short
my
program?
first. That was my first like dash of the draft.
How's it feel to be shocked, appalled, let
Left for
down?
dead.
I was left for dead
It's
because
like they don't care.
Well, because it's almost like they don't care because they won the short program, and I went, all right, I'm at least gonna get a good hearty 11 points out of this minimum, and then I got a dash. So, so I thought that maybe I should just skip
And then you got a
nationals.
small medal and that's it. Kind of
Well,
like
I thought maybe I should skip nationals and go right to 4 continents, like America's sweetheart, Ava Marie Ziegler
And
did.
small medal winner.
Okay, well, that's the joke I was in the middle of making when Adam insisted on cutting me off to make his joke. But mine was
number
also
of
Why
funny.
don't we- hold on,
smooth segues
reverse
we have
it,
tried to make to get into 4 continents? So, Ava Marie Ziegler, our small medal. I would call her a princess, not a queen yet. You don't get the title of queen until you get the big kid medals. But
That's true.
she was 3rd in the short program.
Mm-hmm.
4th overall. My favorite part of her performance at 4 continents, watching the commentary, Mark was like, she is having such a stellar season. And by stellar season, he means the one time we've seen her so far.
Competed twice. And
it's
for
been
me,
stellar.
It's kind of been stellar.
Yeah, like
It's been stellar when
It's
you've
crazy.
only had one competition that went really well.
Well, now she's had 2
Yeah.
that have gone really well, and arguably, okay, I'm just gonna say, like, Mona Chiba and Rinka Watanabe, they were resting during the Grand Prix when Ava Marie Ziegler was winning them. They were resting because they are on the attack now. They have absolutely like turned the season around. They're like geared in, they're galvanized, they're focused, like they're skating so well. And now to take it back to Ava Marie Ziegler, She also skated really well, and I sent out an SOS, and I think everyone who has an iPhone must have gotten this alert. You know, that when
Was
there's
it like the missing child sound?
yeah, severe weather. And I
Yeah.
sent this out via iPhone, so I think everyone got it. Attention, attention, attention. Ava Marie Ziegler has a clean triple. Because it was so clean in the short program. And so I sent that out over the iPhone. So if you heard your phone beeping in the middle of the night like it was an Amber Alert, it was actually an Ava alert, and it was to alert you that she does a clean triple, which is a stellar season. It's a stellar season.
I mean, it's something that you need to have a stellar season. Is a clean triple.
Yes.
Ava's jumps remind me of Adam. Do you remember after Europeans when you were talking about Lorene Shield from
Yes.
France,
Not
who when she
competing.
jumps, you always like think she's gonna maybe lean back too far, and then
Yes.
she doesn't. And
Yes.
just that's what Ava's jumps remind me of.
No, that's an amazing assessment, because there are 9 times out of 10, I think she's going down.
Yeah, and she doesn't.
No, because she's the unsinkable Molly Brown Ziegler.
Right. What?
Does nobody know who the unsinkable
Yes,
Molly Brown is?
from Titanic.
Yes.
You just can't take her down.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Molly Brown
And
was
she
on
comes from like Midwestern gold money.
yes,
which,
and she was on like a multiple sinking ships,
yeah.
Oh,
like Patricia Mansfield's daughter, Ava Marie Ziegler.
Thank God she makes it into every single episode.
Well, now she has
I,
to. I mean, after the short program, I was ready to rename this it's not a memorial. She's still alive. So what is it? Like a
tribute.
tribute? The Patricia
That
Mansfield
also
tribute
feels
open.
very much like in memoriam.
We're
but,
workshopping it. But go on.
I want to shout out Japanese glam in general.
Good.
So Rinka, it's her free skate.
Actually, that's killing me right now. I'd like to shout out Japanese glam. Go on.
Say more.
Please.
Okay, this is something that Adam would be like, choices.
Mhm.
She did not gold foil her hair. She silver foiled it. And I know you and your witchcraft would automatically be like, you'll never win.
Right. But she was, I guess it must have been platinum foil.
Oh, maybe. Definitely wasn't bronze where she ended up. So who knows? But she silver foiled her hair.
Hmm.
And then decided to wear the costume that she wore. So choices were made all around. Very, very confusing to me. A little zebra situation for her piece. But I wanted to shout that out because I noticed it and thought that was a nice touch.
Thank you.
I thank you. And that was a really beautiful shout out to Japanese glam.
Also, Japanese triple axles.
I mean, that was stunning. That was
The rest of the program
gorgeous.
was a bit of a mess, but that triple axle,
yeah, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm just thinking about it. It was so nice.
and Japanese glam.
There was something else that I was thinking that I wanted to say. Oh, I really forget what I was going to say. Take it away.
Well, we
Well-
can talk about.
What?
Oh, I
Kim.
remember. Hey, Yin.
Oh, yeah.
I
She's
think-
I hope
having a
she's
rough
okay.
Go this
I hope she's
season.
okay. I just want to say that. I hope she's okay. Something's up, and I just hope she's okay.
Yeah. Well, she said something is up, so we
That's
just
how
don't
I
know
knew
what it is.
something was up.
Yeah.
She said, "Still, something's up."
Something's up.
I know. I hope she's okay.
I know
That was sad.
that was sad. Well, something that was happy was that Maddie Skeezes got a new dress that's exactly like the old dress.
But a different
Except
color.
Right.
Red.
Which
And
I'm
not stolen, so she says now. She actually hasn't said that.
no. You're insinuating that it's not stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's never actually defended herself. So for all we know,
Well,
Wait,
she's just
did she
deflecting
not
it.
get on the Instagram comments at one point?
She did.
She did.
oh, she did.
Yeah,
But
she
she
did.
never
She defended
flat
herself.
out, but it's insinuated that she was like, I would never steal this. But she never flat out said,
I didn't.
I
steal
never
this.
I never stole this. Which
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Guilty until
think she
proven
said-
innocent.
I don't know who you are. I've never seen you in my life.
Right.
But I don't think she said
I
didn't
and
steal
I
your
didn't
dress.
steal your dress, which is that. Then they'll use that against her when the court goes into session. But yes, the dress looks exactly the same, and I do expect it looks so similar that I do expect it to be in like one of those TikTok videos of like, watch me dye my dress, and it's just like that like Rit dye.
Oh, and she uses like a bunch of like tea packets.
Yes, yeah, like I know I'm gonna see it.
used
Watch
red
me
Rubik's
dye
Yeah,
my
she's
dress
using
before
like
the
a
four
tie-dye
continents.
kit from Target or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
like,
this is very
buckets
like
of hot
in the depths
water.
of COVID. We all did this.
Yeah. No, we all did it.
Dye your dresses.
Watch me dye my dress for the Four Continents Championships when I get ready. And it's just gonna be that blue dress getting thrown into
Get
like,
ready
a
with
red
me.
dye. Get ready with me for my Irish step dancing competition. I kind of lost the accent a bit there, but
That was okay. That wasn't that bad. I mean, you speak Gaelic.
well, Fulcherov
Fluently.
Golas the run through.
Golas Shanghai.
Golas Shanghai. In Shanghai. Also, I said we were talking about what happened at Four Continents, and I said, "Welcome back, Yuma Kageyama." And Sarah looked at me disgusted and went, "Where was he?" And I was like, "He just was on a
Japan?
trip. I'm welcoming him back home with his gold medal."
Sorry.
And by
for the
welcome back, I
disgusted
mean
look.
Welcome back to the 200 club.
you mean 300.
No, 200 in the free skate.
Oh,
But
and
also
I meant
300.
so. I'm so sorry.
We're welcoming him into the same club.
Yes, but we were doing it two different ways, and I apologize for even questioning your authority, which I do often.
You should. Everyone should.
Yeah, it's gonna be. He's now at the point where I think he's kind of putting a line in the sand and going, if you want to win worlds, you have to cross this line. And the line is now 307 points, which is
The men's event is going to be so insane.
Yes.
That's the event I think I'm the most excited for at Worlds.
yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Another phenomenal thing of this event was seeing June Cha back in action. That's it. June Cha back in action. He's back. everyone.
Yeah, back.
Well, what do you think?
Getting coached.
What do you think the reason is? What happened? What changed?
Well, we thought he was dealing with an injury, right?
Yeah.
Earlier
Yes.
this season. So, I mean, that's what happened. Sorry, I
change
got
is health.
distracted because when you said 307 points was the line in the sand, I just went to look at the Grand Prix final where Ilya got 314.
Right.
So the line in the sand actually hasn't been crossed yet.
Well, the line in the sand is actually, that's two lines in the sand. Famously, there's
And-
3 spots on a podium.
That's right.
And there's 3
That's
hosts
true.
in here. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 equals first.
What are you doing? You know what? You should
Math.
call the ISU and offer to do some math for them.
Well, I'm doing the same math that they did. They go, okay, so Camilla's out. So minus Camilla is K. So K.
But then we have to. What's the square root of K?
But Canada comes before K in the alphabet. So Canada, C, ahead, but behind.
And
So,
C equals 3, but minus 1, Camilla, 4.
equals America. So we are leaving this decision up to Karen Chen, who's in school doing math with numbers. Back
And-
to you,
And
Karen.
she
Cheating in
says
solo
she's a
dance.
gold medalist.
Yes.
And we
Oh,
say
wait.
yes.
I want to know how her solo dance event went.
Well, this is my favorite thing
I
about
think
like
that's so cool.
turning into like a normal person is that like you can be old enough to be in college and then just join your like skating collegiate team, which I think is very fun.
Yeah, that
Do you?
seems that probably is really fun for her to do.
They so like I sometimes I'll go
You'd have to do a run through. Would you do
Well,
a run through right now?
I would do a
And be in
solo
school?
dance.
I would do a
Which
solo
Karen
dance. That does
is
sound
like,
fun.
Yes, because Karen is well.
I
I've asked
wouldn't do
Karen
a run
about
through
this.
right now, but only because I don't know how.
Well, and you don't know where your skates are.
That's not true. They're in this room.
Oh, so then you don't know how.
Yeah, but also the way that your apartment is set up, it's one massive room.
Oh, well,
So it
it's
could
in
be
this
anywhere.
one. Yes. Thank you,
could be
Ashley.
anywhere.
Hi, everyone. I have a studio apartment. Thank you so much. Everything I own is in one room.
It's a big studio apartment.
I
I'm not
know
saying
where they
anything about
are.
your
They're
apartment.
they're in my little I have a little drawer under
For
my
all of your
bed
skating dresses.
for my athletic things. They're in the same drawer as
In
my
there
ski
is
helmet.
Maddie Skizis' stolen dress and the original blue dress
so you
as
have a
well.
drawer filled with like this is like, I'm sure yours is like more high tech, but I have a box in my garage that says sports, and it's filled with a
It's a lot like
deflated
that box.
volleyball. Yeah, deflated
It's a lot
volleyball.
like
Why do you have
box.
a volleyball?
Well, I don't know if I need it, Ashley. I don't know. I live in California. I could run into Misty May Trainer.
That sounds like something that when we lived close together, aka I lived in California and I was like 2 blocks away from the beach, I'd be like, let's go to the beach and like hit the volleyball. And you'd be like, yeah. And then turn around and be like, I'm never going to do that. And then I find out you've been playing volleyball this entire time.
Right. Well, playing and owning are different.
Good point.
I would own, not play.
It's nice to have
I will
choice
say
in
I've
life.
never seen Adam open that sports box.
I love that it just says sports.
Anything else you want to say, Sarah? Because I think that it would be a good time to air it out.
Yeah, I want to
since you're-
say I live in a studio apartment happily, and I don't
And-
really appreciate being shamed for it on this podcast. I know exactly where my skates are, and that doesn't change the fact
You're
that I don't know
making
how to
it
do a run
sound
through for
like-
solo dance.
Oh, wait.
Painting
So,
a
yeah.
picture that you're Thumbelina living out of a shoebox,
Well,
Yeah,
she
which I
is.
do
as
happily,
she famously did.
which-
and I
which-
like it.
Yeah, just like Thumbelina, I like it.
No, I don't want more than one room because then I'll have more than one room's worth of stuff.
No, it's so true. And
That
I've
logic
stayed.
adds up.
We've both stayed at Sarah's apartment, and it doesn't matter how bad it is.
No,
doesn't
it's
matter
actually really
how-
cute because
how
you
big
sleep
it
on the
is.
couch and it's in front of her, and so it's like
you don't
everyone kinda
sleep on the
sleeps, like-
couch.
It's a pullout,
When
but it's
did,
like
no, it isn't.
you're behind me. It's a what is it?
It's
What
a
did I sleep
couch.
on?
An air mattress, most likely.
Oh,
Most likely,
Yes.
you both have. You know
well,
what?
I just remember Sarah and I were watching Vanderpump Rules, and you'd be commenting on the show behind me. And
Yes.
I thought that was always kind of fun.
Yeah. I want to say that the guest experience at my apartment has received nothing
It's
but good
lovely.
reviews to the
Oh,
listeners of
it's-
this podcast.
It's the best
You bought me
place.
so many cuties when that was all I was craving. And then I think you had like cuties for months afterwards.
That's true.
Were you pregnant?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
And-
I've housed a pregnant woman here comfortably.
Very comfortably. That's true.
Okay, ignoring me, I guess.
Why are we
Whatever.
talking about this?
We're talking
Let's
about
move on.
it because
Because Junhwa Cha is back.
yeah, because Junhwa Cha is uninjured, and I feel like that's a great thing. Another thing was this was probably the best Andrew Torgashev has like ever skated in international competition. So I think he ends up 8th, but I think for him to skate really well at like an international event, really good thing. Another
Yeah, I mean,
really
I
good
felt for
thing-
those guys. Like, all of the people going straight from
I know.
nationals, I was just sort of like, if you skate well, you skate well, but if you don't, like, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't really.
doesn't
because
mean
you're
anything.
Because
they're
it just
so
has that
tired.
caveat.
The schedule is so hard. Like, it didn't mean anything to me to see
You
what the
also
Americans
would
did.
have skipped
except
nationals
Ava.
to go straight
Exactly. I was just gonna
to 4
say
continents.
the
That
only
logic
yeah
makes
the,
sense.
the only person who I was like, you're well rested was
Ava.
Ava.
But also imagine the pressure she had on herself. If she didn't skate well at that event, it's like you skipped nationals to not skate well. That's a lot of pressure.
It is. I actually was thinking that as she was, because I was watching this live, and so I was thinking like, wow, she really has to do this. And then that's when I sent out the iPhone alert of attention, everyone.
By the way, I don't think I got that alert.
It said
Let me
Ava
talk
Marie
with,
Ziegler kidnapped, last seen in a 2016 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Tan.
See, it's Shanghai.
in Shanghai.
Please contact Patricia Mansfield. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let me call Dick Pound about that. He
Yeah,
seems to
see
have
if he
a
can
full
make
plate.
sure the alerts
Are working.
get out.
Get Christine Brennan on it.
Oh, right. Like you said, there's no woman I would trust more with a mystery.
With a mystery.
It's so true.
She hates mysteries. That's why she's always on it.
I mean, if anyone hates a mystery, it's her. Another not mystery, I was really happy to see Christina and Anthony on the podium here.
Oh, yeah. Me too. They had a bit of a rough free dance, though.
Yeah, it was not great. They ended up like 5th in the free dance. But I'm glad that they had like a strong enough like rhythm dance, which ever since she
love that
changed
rhythm
her
dance.
costume when she skated this at Nationals, I was like, oh, I'm totally sold. I don't know. It just changed the whole vibe of the whole rhythm dance for me. So I love it.
Yeah, I mean, they were fine. She messed up the twizzles, but they were fine. Like, and again, the Americans who were in Columbus, like, I'm just not even thinking anything of it.
No.
And you could
There's
tell, like,
nothing
in the
to
kiss and
think.
cry that, like, Scott was with them, and Scott was just like, it's
On to the next.
well, and you could kind of hear him saying, like, it's not as bad as you think, kind of thing. So,
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not worried about that.
It was nice to see Zingis and Kolesnik kind of redeem themselves after that free skate at Nationals.
Yeah, agreed. I'm glad they had, like, a strong event to finish their season.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think Green and Parsons are going to do?
Oof. I think he's going to get surgery.
I think,
Yeah?
yeah, I think he's gonna have to because I think they are in a place now where they're like, okay, we really need to like buckle down and get it together, and if they're gonna do that, he's gonna need to be as healthy as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like the first thing they're going to do, I mean, maybe it's not surgery, but the first thing they're going to do is figure out what he needs to do to get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I don't know. They don't seem to be giving any indications that they would change training bases. Doesn't mean they wouldn't, but they're not giving those vibes and the things they're saying.
Kind of down to the wire, though, as far as like a new training situation, because it's a whole year to really just get acclimated. And then you start to kind of see the results the following year. And so that would be Olympic season. So at this point, they're better off just kind of pushing through, getting healthy, and then just continuing to build on a camp that has already demonstrated that they're great at developing athletes.
And that they've already had success with too. Like they were 6th at Worlds last year. So I think like it's just focus on getting healthy so that you can like train as much as you want, as much as your heart desires. You know whose heart desires a lot? Deanna Stellato
us.
Dudek. And
She's
it's
back, baby.
just like Yuma Kageyama. Yeah, they were not perfect, but I think that she's definitely feeling, and I'm feeling like I'm feeling like Deanna and Max are on track to be on like the podium at Worlds for sure.
For sure.
I agree.
I mean, they're
Easily.
at the very least, they should be in contention. I mean, if they skate well, there's really no reason they should be off the podium at Worlds. But yeah, I think the pairs event at Worlds will be, well, I think it'll be better this year than it was last year. There are some more teams that I think can bring strong performances. Well, I don't know. But there's some good European teams that did well at the Grand Prix final, like Haase and Volodin and Haka and Kunkel. And
It's
the
just
two
a
Italian
weird
teams like
developmental year
Cats.
for everyone.
Huh?
It's just a weird, like, building year for that particular discipline.
This whole
It feels like-
quad is weird for this
Yeah.
discipline
Yes.
because the Russians are so strong in it and so dominant in it
Yes.
and are not here, combined with the Chinese teams are usually very, very good, and they're going
And
through
they're-
an internal sort of reshuffling of partners, I think, and different retirements or whatever. So
And also like
I
the-
have something blasphemous to say.
Okay, this is the place to say it, I guess.
I
In
guess.
pairs,
Uh-huh.
which is my
Forte.
least favorite discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the Russians.
That is blasphemous.
I know, but I feel like they at least know how to train pair skaters. I feel like they at least look like trained pair skaters, and
Yeah, it's
you know what
blasphemous, but I miss them too.
I know. But you know
I miss like the Tatiana and Max era of pair skating.
It's not about missing
That-
them. It's just about missing, like, I miss better
that
pair
style.
skating. Like,
I miss that style of skating.
But it's just so like it's so hard right now because in this like complete transition. I mean, I think it took like a minute for us to like readjust of like who do we see as like the top women? Who do we see as like the top like I mean, I think it was just really the women in the pairs. And I think in the pairs, we were starting to like really get our heads wrapped around like Riku and Ryuichi and Alexa and Brandon being our top two. And in this like crazy transition of like now the Russians are out. Then after 2 years, Alexa and Brandon are out.
right.
And
The timing's just weird.
the Japanese are injured. So it's like not only we had this one giant transition, we have this second one where we're losing two of the top teams. One of them is like kind of on their way back up again. So it's just like this never ending of like who's on top and like, oh, this is the best. And it's like trying to recalibrate like what it looks like. And I feel like Europeans, a lot of those teams did well to kind of help me in my journey of remembering what a good pairs event was like, because I enjoyed that pairs event at Europeans, which is why I'm hopeful for the one at Worlds, because I get to see Deanna in that mix, and also the Japanese are going to have more time to be healthy. So I'm with you, but it's so like that discipline has been through it.
I know. And the European teams have actually been over the years competing against the Russian teams much more often and for longer. And so I do feel like those teams just developmentally are a little bit further along because they have to meet that level of competition.
yeah, well, pairs is definitely takes longer than singles skating to become, really refined. And, the Russians always felt like an exception to that because they're one of the countries that starts kids in pairs, which a lot of countries
their
don't
teams
do
also
that.
just stay together.
Well, that's what I mean, because they start as kids.
young.
Like they don't
Yeah.
get paired
Right.
up late. They're put on that trajectory so early that they're refined at a much younger age. But in most countries, that's like not how you end up in pairs. So I think a lot of the pairs that are like we're at Europeans, some of these teams at Four Continents have a ton of potential. They just need a little more like time in the oven.
Don't we all? Sometimes I look at myself
Yeah.
in the mirror in the morning and go, damn, just a bit more time in the oven. We're coming out a bit raw today.
Set the
aren't we?"
timer back for 5 more minutes.
Alexa, I need 5 more minutes in the oven.
Canarum.
Alexa,
I need 5
Knierim,
more minutes of your time skating pairs. Please
cooking
come
me,
back.
I
please.
miss her.
I know. I miss her too. But since she's been, I mean, she hasn't officially retired, but since she's been out of competition, she's gotten an Olympic gold medal. So far she's winning still.
I mean, if you can win an Olympic gold medal without lifting a finger, think of what you could do if you were competing.
Yeah. You could skip nationals and get 4th at 4 continents.
That's true.
Exactly. Exactly. I say to myself. So also in the chaos of last week, we never did a draft. And so I thought, no, we are not skipping the draft. That'd be insane. We were all so out of our mind crazy. So
Notice how I was quiet. I knew. I let it go.
I forgot. Wait, I don't know if
didn't.
I did. I might have thought of it in the moment and was like, we don't have time.
well,
but-
that's
We were in a blackout. My sound was awful. So just from me to everyone listening, I apologize that you had to listen to my voice at that quality for an entire episode.
but now we
Wait,
get to
and
listen
while
to
we're
it at this
while we're doing
quality.
apologies, I want to apologize to people who were upset that the episode didn't come out on Wednesday, but I
Oh, no,
want
this is going to be bad. This is gonna be
everyone to
bad.
know that it was not my fault. Adam
It
did
wasn't.
not submit his audio file until Wednesday.
And in defense
wait.
of Adam,
No, I don't
I'm
have-
usually the problem. I'm usually the problem.
That's
That's not
Well,
in defense of him.
I'm still
That doesn't
actively being the
defend
problem.
him.
No, but let's go. You know what? If we're gonna go there, let's go there. Let's talk about it. I'm willing to.
Housekeeping. Let's air our grievances.
Let's
Okay,
do a
go.
little housekeeping. So what happened was, if the women of the pod remember, I was having some
Not singling us
Wi-Fi
out by
issues.
gender.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
a
we're
this is
aware.
a gender divide right now.
Yeah.
Men versus multiple women.
Man versus women.
versus women.
Well, whatever you want it to be, I guess. 2 against 1. And
That is
so
what I want it to be. Go
if
on.
you remember, Sarah, Ashley, tell me if you forgot. I had some issues during that recording where the Wi-Fi went out, and I needed to go and I needed to use my phone as a. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened next was, and I will be taking Spectrum Internet Service and Spectrum Mobile. I will be taking them to small claims court for this. My Wi-Fi went out, and so I put my audio into the folder like a good Samaritan would do, and it uploads halfway. I go, this is great. I leave, crashes, never uploads. I then come back to the computer. I go, that's crazy. Do it again. Everything looks good. Crashes again. And then I get a text saying, Adam, I'm sending this in a group forum now. I need to shame you in front of Ashley. Your audio is still not uploaded. To which I have a hot sweat.
Yeah, well, I had to do it in the group text because when I first noticed it, I texted him individually and he ignored me for hours.
Adam is famously terrible at responding to text.
But I
Hours
hate
went
I
by
don't
before I
like phones. We don't need them.
You sound like my father.
Well, in a way, I am.
We do
younger.
need them.
You
I
can call
know,
me
but it's
Dick
just
Pound.
like, where's Dick W? Dick. The craziest thing about Dick Pound is his middle initial is W. Dick W. Pound. Okay, so yes, I will take the full brunt of that. My audio didn't upload. No excuses, and there's no tears on the field. Boys don't cry, and no excuses.
Wait, but can I add in, Sarah, I don't know if you noticed that this happened. So my sound was a mess. My recording ended up getting chopped up into 3
I know
separate
what you're going to say.
recordings. And
I
so
noticed.
it's one of Rosie's like midnight beatings where it's like 2 a.m. and I open my phone, I see that Adam's being shamed, and I'm like, oh, my audio usually doesn't upload either. I should go check.
Only
And so
2
I
of hers
go
were in there.
and I
And,
check,
then the next
only 2
morning,
in.
there were 3.
Oh.
But I hadn't
So-
known that there were 3 because I
Until
was just like,
she's-
oh, I don't have anything from Adam. So I'm not going to do anything yet. I'll wait until Adam's is in here. So I didn't check
so
her
we
files
both-
yet because I was waiting
so you
to
were
get yours.
gonna let Ashley get away scot-free.
No. Yes.
Sounds like
Scott
it.
Hamilton free.
No. Yes.
I was.
I've had
And
a hard
also,
week.
I'm not, again, there are no excuses. But 3 hours is a long time. Because then when somebody's like texting you and you look at your phone and it's like 7, it's already 10 p.m. on the East Coast. I need to live in reverse. And I'm saying that now. Another way I want to live is, so we did not do the draft, but I went, no, I'm not skipping it. I don't care. I don't care if I have to drag these girls to hell and back,
Which you
I
have.
would do, and I will.
And you
again.
are doing.
So
I'm in hell.
I said I can't, like, the event was starting, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to like call Sarah and Ashley and be like, do the draft right now. Ashley's breastfeeding and Sarah's working, so okay, and I'm obviously going, where's the draft? Which was my job at the time. So I said, what can I do? And I went, oh, I'll ask AI to pick the teams.
This is
And this is why AI will not be taking over any jobs anytime soon. So let me first, before I will go on, I'll post this to the Instagram so you can see who the teams were. But I asked ChatGPT what it meant to choose the draft. And they said, in the meticulous process of selecting the drafts for Team Adam, Sarah, and Ashley in the Run-Through's fantasy figure skating draft, ChatGPT employed a thoughtful approach, analyzing the specific ranges for each category. It carefully curated sets of 3 distinct numbers for men, women, pairs, and ice dance, ensuring diversity in adhering to the designated ranges. ChatGPT aimed to provide a fair and balanced foundation for each team's fantasy figure skating aspirations. The objective was to contribute to an exciting and competitive fantasy experience. Where the chosen numbers would add strategic depth and anticipation to the unfolding events on the ice.
I don't feel like my aspirations were a priority.
Well,
because my aspiration is to win.
And you didn't. So basically what I asked was, so if there were 26, so the pairs, there's 12 pairs, right? And I told ChatGPT, I need 3 sets of 3 completely different numbers. And I looked at alphabetically the competitors listed out and the numbers that each team got, I put into the draft. So you will be able to see for yourself what happened in the draft. I will let you know that one of my women was Sophia Lexi Jacqueline Frank, who that is one skater, not 2 different
Where does she
skaters.
represent?
She represents, I think, the Philippines.
Okay. I feel like I used to compete against her.
Do you think so?
And she's getting a new name every single time. Every year. She just adds another last name.
For every new element she gets, she just adds the name of the coach who gave it to her. Frank Carroll, obviously being the last one. Jacqueline
Kennedy.
Her 2 former coaches, Jacqueline Kennedy and Frank Carroll.
The famous coaching team of
Jackie O and Frank C.
Brought into U.S. figure skating after 1961 or 64?
61.
61. And, well, it helped her get a top 20. She got 19th.
Atta girl.
So, I'll post it, and it was...
Who won?
It's interesting. I won.
Adam.
I
feels rigged.
No, I know.
Rigged.
It
is rigged.
Did you
I'm sorry,
add a little emoji winky
last?
face and say...
Yeah,
did I get
Sarah,
last?
You did get last.
Yeah.
So
last.
we went from a nationals draft where you were a spurned woman who got
a spurned
last.
woman.
And a scorned woman? Spurned? It's the same. Okay.
Scorned.
No, but I think those mean the same thing.
Is
I'm often
spurned a
scorned,
word?
so I
yes,
prefer to be scorned.
Spurned is for sure a word. But so we went from a nationals draft when I won and you got last.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in an emotional state about that, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, ChatGPT, I'm doing air quotes, chose some teams for us that put me in last and you in first.
Well, also,
I don't buy it.
So the listener,
I'm gonna win this season with the
I'm
amount
going
that
to
I'm just
sue
hanging
you
out in the
the
middle.
court of arbitration for sport and call you a scoundrel
really,
and never get an answer from the ISU.
they're gonna go. And your 4 continents champions are.
No, 100 hours from now, I'm going to tweet like Christine Brennan, 100 hours of silence from ChatGPT.
Finally. But also the crazy thing about this is that Ashley did somehow, so it was every single skater. Sarah had Vlada Vasilyev. She did not make the free skate. But
well, I've done that myself in my own picks before.
Well, you chose at Europeans. You chose 2 people on your own design. But Sarah, Sarah had no medals, of course. Ashley came away with 3 medals from a.
Thank you.
How many medals did you win if you beat her?
I had 1, but I had just enough people in the top 10.
Wow.
Well, I had a few people in the top 16 out of 16.
I mean, you had Jacqueline.
I did.
Sophia. What?
Sophia
Kennedy, Jacqueline.
Sophia
Wright.
Lexi Jacqueline Frank.
That sounds like a royal name.
So does
Yeah,
Sarah Ma
she's
Dupuis.
the princess
That's
of
true.
the Philippines.
Sarah Ma Dupuis and Sophia Lexi Jacqueline Frank. Vote for them They are running for.
They absolutely sound like stars of a Netflix Christmas show.
Oh, that's true.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you see Lindsay
Right?
Lohan is doing another Netflix rom-com
Thank
Yes.
God.
of like Bad Luck in Love writer? I was like,
I'm
wow, I
obsessed with her.
didn't know I signed
Wait.
off on an autobiography already.
This again has nothing to do with skating. There was somebody was doing like question like who are these people with like the new Bachelor, and this is the craziest video I've ever seen. And they hold up a picture of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right? And they hold up the picture. You're not ready for his guess. Do you have a guess of his guess of who he
Gypsy
thought
Rose?
of who he thought Gypsy Rose was? Merry
Oh
Christmas.
God. No. Who?
Wait,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
no. What was he told? Like, oh, it's someone famous with 3 names, or like
No.
Who has really had
No.
a huge impact on the American court system?
No, he looks at it and he goes, God, is it Ruth Binsburg? Gainsburg. Ruth Gainsburg.
Oh, no. He's had too many tennis balls to the head.
And then
Oh
you
my
can hear
God.
everybody laughing and he goes, sorry, no, I know it's someone who killed their mother. Obviously, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
oh my god. Whoa.
It's really good. It's
That's
very
incredible. I thought you were going to bring up one of my favorite, the drag queen who like literally paints for the back row.
good. Trixie Mattel.
Trixie Mattel does a bit where she is Gypsy
Gypsy
Rose,
Rose,
and
yes.
she's in the wheelchair and she's on stage lip singing to, I think, Celine Dion.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen that. Wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Killing her mother.
Killing her mother. And
Oh, Joey.
I
I love that show.
Joey King. You're talking about
The Bachelor.
Oh, his name is Joey. Oh, Joey King is the actress who
I
plays
think his name is Joey.
well,
Whatever.
let's have
This
him
is a
on. Let's
figure
get him.
skating
Oh my God,
podcast.
wait. When we were at
Get him on the
Nationals,
pod.
this is an important way to end this episode. When we were at Nationals, we met the friends of the girl whose dress was stolen by Maddie Skeezus.
Yeah, they
And-
know her.
Yes, and we
They're on the same
proposed-
team as her.
Yes, which is
Teammates.
team.
That was so
Chivalry.
cool. We're 1 degree of separation from her.
A thief.
No, a victim.
Yes, of theft.
Yes.
And we proposed that we would get her on the podcast, which I think, I mean, I'm open to. I want to hear. there's there's 2 sides to every coin.
Yeah,
I
well,
need
if
to
we
hear
bring her
that.
on, we have to bring on Maddie too. We
Yeah,
can't
and we would have to get them on the same episode.
Oh my God. In the same Zoom.
yeah.
And they would have to be face to face.
In the same
And
room.
each
Whoa. Yeah.
That was
It'll be
too
like
much.
it's election year. It'll be just like a
And
debate. We'll moderate.
we can get
Yes.
a member of the Supreme Court. We can get Ruth Bader Ginsburg back from the dead
Mm-hmm.
to oversee.
Well, if we
Well,
can't
can
get her,
get
we'll
Gypsy
get
Rose,
Gypsy
the
Rose.
reincarnated Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, she is booking gigs
the
right
new
now, so.
and improved, younger than ever, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and it's Gypsy Rose. Hi, everyone.
That's a really good Gypsy Rose.
Thank you.
Thank
Um,
you.
And thank you for listening to this
Yes.
episode of the Run Through. What do we have in store? What's up next?
Well, now
Exciting things.
We listen, we sit, we wait for.
I think we need to do another trivia episode.
All right. Are you ready? Have you studied?
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, let's do another. We'll do another trivia one. It'll be fun. I'll get the soundboard out. I'll dust that.
Yeah,
off.
we have some different time to fill before the World Championships, so we need to see what kind of fun stuff we can do.
We'll also take recommendations.
Oh, yeah,
So
maybe we should
feel
go
free
through, like,
to
the
DM.
DMs.
We can do a mailbag.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
we
do a
need to
mailbag.
do a mailbag.
we're
Yeah,
like
well.
talking about what we're doing next time on this one, which it's kind of us showing you like what's under the hood, like how the donuts are made. And this is
Yeah,
how
and
what?
they're
Not
made
much
by
is
us
under the
going,
hood.
what do you,
I think it's a circle.
hamana.
Punch a hole in it.
Yes. And on that note,
long.
congratulations
Bye.
to everyone at the 4 continents. So long.
Great.
oh, those are some tangents, even for us.